that? Is that what it is? You gonna teach me how to do it one day? I know I'm live. I didn't even get the little bzzz. What's up with the little bzzz? I just want bzzz. Whatever that is. Listen, I know you guys are just tuning in right now. We over here vibing. The Voice of Reason is live on Dash Radio. Now, I have to go through this breakdown because a lot of people are still confused as to how to hear the show live. First off, you got to have a smartphone or a computer, right? Desktop or laptop or something like that. But I prefer the desktop, the smartphone. Download the app. Dash Radio is the app. Once you download the app, then go directly to Hot Button Radio. Now, Hot Button Radio is one of two talk stations on the Dash Radio app platform. Once you do that, then lock me in. The Voice of Reason, Zoe Williams. Mondays, 5 to 7 p.m. Wednesdays, 5 to 7 p.m. And Fridays, 5 to 7 p.m. Today's topic, now, if you're just tuning into The Voice of Reason and you're not hip to what we do, listen, we're not afraid of any relationship conversation. We talk about all things relationships. Relationships at work, relationships with your kids, relationships with your mama, relationships with your husband, wife, relationship with everybody. Can you keep that music playing? I was on the pulpit and then the choir stopped singing. There we go. So, relationship with everything. Relationship. And the way the show is structured, we have females leading the conversation. Now, you get it. I got a lot of fans, right? The Zoe What Morning Show, Corey Holcomb 5150 Show. Do the women talking too much on The Voice of Reason? Well, it's their platform. I'm only here to moderate and mediate the conversation. I provide the topics and questions, and the sisters get to go sideways, top ways, bottom ways. They get to reverse cowgirl, whatever it is. Wow. They get to do what they want to do and speak on it. Now, if they get a little out of control, you might see me manage their microphones with a little cutoff action, you know. And what had happened? Cut their mic off. That might happen. So with that said, let me introduce today's topic. You got to get to your phone lines, the number to dial, because we want you to participate. This is a caller participation show. Today's topic, man. The number to dial is 844-55-1. That's 844-55-1. Call me right now because today's topic is going to be killer. True or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. Ugh. Do African American relationships have the worst conflict resolution skills? Ugh. Why do I say that? Because doesn't the media always label the black man as angry? Don't they always label the sister as angry? And then don't they point to not only our parenting skills, but our conflict resolution skills, our relationship skills, as a barometer to justify this stance? Look at the prison rate. 50% of the population of America's prisons are African American men. They're missing, right? Look at the dropout rate. 50% of all high school dropouts are little nigglets, right? Nigglets are just free, running rampant, right? Look at the black woman. Jesus, 72% of them are not married. 70% of all children born to black people are bastards, illegitimate. Is that painting a picture that black people don't know how to be in intimate relationships? Shit, marriage is bad enough, but is it hell for black folk in America? Ugh. Somebody call me right now, 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. Woo! Why are there so many brothers in jail? I don't know. Why are so many sisters single? I don't know. Why is the dropout rate so high in the African American community? I don't know. Is it all daddy's fault? Oh, we got a lot of people out there. It's the man. The man ain't at the house. The man ain't here no more, Jesus. They done killed James. Damn. James is dead. Is James dead in every black community? There gotta be some Jameses out there. I need to hear from the Jameses. If you're a James Evans in your community, somebody call us. 844-55-1. Today's topic, once again, true or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. Do African American relationships have the worst conflict resolution skills? Now that I've told you what the topic is, let me introduce the crew. Sitting in for the wild child, Whitney Tabor, Team Tabor, who is throwing up, I heard.
Why you gotta do my girl like that? Everybody
she might be pregnant.
Need to know that. Are you kidding me?
Is she talking? Thank you. You see how quick that happens? You gonna show respect or things gonna happen. See, there's consequences for things. You understand? Up in here, daddy man run this whole situation. You understand? So when you start talking, when I talk, I look over at him, he cut you off. You see that? Okay, now I'm back to my business. Now, she might be pregnant. I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. I know she ain't pregnant. She just might be drunk. But sitting in for Whitney, my girl, she's good people. She just got felt up by Red Panda. I mean, Red Panda's a porn star right off the bat. Oh, this is Rita G. Give me your titties. Hi. She said hi to Rita's titties before she said hi to Rita. Hi, titties. Hi. Rita G in the building. What up, Rita?
Hi.
Yeah. In the building, Rita G joining us today on The Voice of Reason. And next to her, I be getting scalded by everybody. She's not just scared, you know.
Yeah.
She's not just educated, you know. She's also an asshole off the air. Right?
As long as you keep it real. Like,
she's also hella greedy.
Only when it comes to food.
She's also hella selfish.
Food again.
She's also, I mean, shit, she's argumentative like a motherfucker. Y'all have no idea. Like,
but you guys can find out if you want.
She be arguing about just random dumb shit. Listen, I just called to vent, and obviously you're not a good listener. What? The fuck? Okay. Red Panda.
Hey, guys.
Welcome. I know this topic is crazy, and we're going to jump on it. Like I said, again, the phone lines are open, 844-55-1. And on the phone line, surprisingly, we got my girl in the building. The one I place on the pedestal. The one that all others are jealous of. What?
Right.
Don't talk to me while I got these big ass
Beats
headphones on, listening to beats. He gonna try to lip sync. Nigga, I don't know what you're saying. The fuck? Anyway, my girl is on the line right now. Y'all know who she is. Both of them are on the line. You don't know who's on the line, do you? You just gonna
making it seem like you don't know either.
No. Because I'm following his lead. He done said one name, now he's saying something else. And then Jesus don't like these Mexicans. And we're gonna have to demote the Mexicans.
Wow, so now we're getting racist.
And religious.
This is really weird in here today.
Jesus is gonna cancel Catholicism.
I ain't Mexican, by the way. Colombian.
You Colombian?
Oh, I know that's right, baby. Yeah. He's Colombian.
Yeah. You look a little Mexican to me. I ain't gonna go with Colombia.
Don't do him.
We're gonna take Jesus off the table. Now, on the line, it isn't Veronica Conway. It is, however, the incredible Hulka. Hecka activated. About to get up against y'all.
Hi, Hecka.
What's happening, man?
Hey.
That's her music, too. Bang that shit for Helka. She Hecka come in here like, niggas.
You called her Helka. I actually like that.
Yeah, Helka.
Hulk and Hecka.
Together.
Helka.
Bang this shit for me real quick. Let's go. Come on, let me get that volume. That's how Hecka come in. Like, niggas, what?
Right.
All you niggas ain't shit. Motherfuckers. You better learn how to respect black women up in this bitch.
Hecka should have been on Boondocks.
Woo! What up, Hecka?
What's going on? What's happening?
You know we got your music playing for you. You know what? That's Hecka's music every time. From now on, she gonna bring the fucking ruckus every time.
Y'all could have bad. Y'all could have so bad.
So you heard the topic, right?
Yes, I heard the topic. I did.
All right. True or
I did.
false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. Do African American relationships have the worst conflict resolution skills? This is tough.
You want me to answer that question?
Sure, jump on it.
Yeah, I would say they do. However, I would also say that I have several men friends that are single fathers. So it's not always about single mothers. I mean, we have some shady ass women that leave their children because they don't want to be responsible. It's just how it is. And
Right.
they are great, amazing single fathers. I have that. So it goes both ways, you know?
I feel you. But are we kind of retarded? I think black people are the retarded people in this society. And what I mean by that is, if you don't really know your culture, you lack knowledge of self, you're trying to assimilate, you're trying to acclimate, it's almost like you're insane. You're outside of yourself. And by doing that, the repercussions means, oh shit, our relationships are going to be somehow retarded in some way, right? I mean, that's why I'm asking this question. Are we somewhat socially handicapped or impaired? Rita G, speak to that.
Well, in my experience, many of us are. Just even watching the reality shows and stuff, it looks like our first resort to resolve conflict is, getting loud, and then right after that, it gets physical.
It will get physical up in this bitch.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Me personally, I live in a very drama-free zone, so I really can't, I'm not the best person to speak on that.
But you're on the show, Jesus.
Yeah.
Ashanti,
On that
Jesus.
particular act.
Let's help right now.
Are black people more likely to resort to violence? Not in my family, but it's what we see. It's what we see and what we experience more so than dealing with another race. Because my black girlfriends, I love them to death. We connect, but they're way more hostile than my white homegirls.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to say black people are more violent than white people?
In some instances.
Cut her motherfucking mic off. You see, we're gonna do this right now. More violent than the motherfuckers who created the goddamn bomb?
That's okay. Can I say something about that?
Yeah, yes you can. Sure.
I saw something on Twitter the other day. I'm going to try not to chop it up and mess it up, but I think it said if black people were as violent as white people think we are, then the world would be over. Everyone would be dead.
If black people was really tripping the way they painted us, listen,
See,
white
but
we be running
we
around this
have more-
motherfucker like scared little rodents. Like,
But see, the white people that do stuff like that have money.
niggas are free.
The white people that do stuff like that, though, have money. So we're not really as attached to them as people that are in our communities and stuff like that. So we don't really, I mean, you're right. Like, what's the dude's name that just shot up the whole church?
Yeah, that's some whole other
What's his
Roof.
name?
Roof.
That
Nigga
motherfucker
name is
looked
Roof.
violent.
He looked crazy than a motherfucker.
Did you see the video of the
How many
parents?
black people you see walking around looking like him?
I mean,
See, black people, we keen on people. If that motherfucker walked in here right now, we'd be like, watch that motherfucker right there.
right.
Well, like, for example,
Right.
Well, hold on. You see that nigga?
Not with the Boondocks gun.
For example, I saw a clip of Immortal Technique the other day, and he was saying that, poor people might steal or do reckless things, but rich people do way worse to protect the money that they have, So it's a similar thing to what you're saying,
What is the black community's relationship FICO score? Do other races, and ethnicities rate higher when it comes to intimate relationships?
I think possibly so. One of the reasons being that a lot of times when there's a relationship or when there's a marriage, and there's family involved, you know, his family, her family, when conflict arises, there's more incentive to work through things because the families are tied together. So if we're already coming from two single, you know, disjointed family, not really a solid family unit, then
You're saying too many side babies.
well, it's like, well, if something goes wrong, you're like,
Side
well, fuck
babies,
you, I'm out.
yeah.
Fuck you, I'm out. You know, then there's not those people saying, hey, let's get together and have dinner and you know, work this out and making people resolve things.
Heck,
I just think that it's a matter of how much you have to lose. I mean, I think
Good
in this type of situation, the saying is
That's
keeper
what I
the
was
keeper
saying.
comes into play. Whereas white people may have more to lose. Black people, a lot of times, don't really have much to lose. So they're just like, okay, well, let's just go on over here and try to make it over here, work over here with somebody else versus trying to stay here and make it work and perhaps lose millions like
Wow.
a lot of white people would.
I'm not gonna let you fuck up generations of wealth building.
That's why the arranged marriages.
We will kidnap our own kid and inoculate your ass, and you gonna have an abortion. And ain't even gonna know it happened. White people crazy like that. You fucking a nigga? What? This nigga ain't gonna be next in line to the Johnson & Johnson baby powder fortune. Fuck wrong with you? I like hip hop too, but I ain't have no kids by none of them niggas. Listen, how are these stats related? 72% of African American children are born out of wedlock, as well as over 70% of African American women being single. How's that related? And why does it even matter? If our sisters are independent, is that by their own hand? 844-55-1. The number is 844-55-1. The phone lines are wide open. The fuck is going on in our community right now? Because I believe relationship is at the core, right? And if we cannot start to have better relationship practices, right? I think I asked a couple the other day. I said, what is the number one factor for holding a relationship together and having a high functioning relationship and a successful, meaningful relationship? What is the number one factor? Is it sex? Is it money?
Communication.
Is
Respect.
communication? Respect?
Respect is a
Is it
good
that? You know what the number one is? As compiled by, you know, sociologists and clinicians and psychiatrists and psychologists. You know what the number one thing is? Conflict resolution skills.
It's a big one, man.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
Right?
I know mine suck.
Well, cut her
Shut
mic
up,
off.
Zoe.
Just an acknowledgement, nigga. A forced moment of silence. Jesus. I'm just saying, like,
You know,
speak on it, Hecka.
I think you're right, conflict resolution, but of course communication plays a big role in that. And I say that because I've been speaking with a couple, and they are really going through and in the process of breaking up, and it's only because she don't understand that he desire to have the opportunity or have the free will to sleep with someone else if in fact down the line he feels like he wants to do that.
Yeah.
And my thing to her is, all you have to do is just surrender. We don't even understand the power in surrender, because you surrendering to just the idea that he want to do that will turn him on so much that he's not going to even be thinking about another woman anyway. But all she could think about is, oh, he want a whole lot of other women. And it's just communication. If she could just get clear in her mind about what it is that he's trying to communicate to her, then the relationship would be oh so well. But she just can't freaking get it because her mind is only saying one thing.
I had this.
I just think
Back-
women
I'm sorry, Hecka.
don't understand.
I'm just fucking with people. Go ahead, Hecka. Finish your plan. I'm just being a jerk.
Literally.
I was just saying, I just think women don't understand. I just think sometimes we just have to be able and be willing to sit down, surrender, and hear what it is that he's trying to say. and be more open to other possibilities than the ones that our mother dealt with, or our father dealt with, or our cousins and aunties back in the day. Because the whole foundation of relationships is just changing.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I had this conversation with this guy the other day, Ubering, and black guy. And I don't know how we got into, it was after our show on interracial dating.
You mean my show? But go ahead, finish
I'm
your
so
thought.
tired of this shit. I can't even get a complete thought out. This shit is just bullshit. So anyways,
The voice of reason on Dash Radio.
Call
Brought to you
in,
by this nigga here.
844-55.
Go ahead, finish it.
So anyways, I was having this conversation with this guy, Ubering, black guy, and he said he only dated outside of his race. And when I asked him why, he said because there weren't enough resources throughout the black community. So he wanted to elevate his status.
He's a bitch ass. Well,
I'm just telling you what he said. It was different. And he was very brave to say that in my car.
He
But
was
I was
brave?
chill. I was chill. You know, we were having a conversation, so it was cool. Damn, niggas is still booing for him?
you didn't pull over and be like, get your pussy ass.
Nah. It was like a $60 ride. I was just trying to.
You're like, nigga, shit. Keep talking this
trying to
bullshit,
get
nigga. I bet you was taking all type of side streets and everything.
You know how I do.
Listen, the phone lines are open. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to get some callers in here. Why is swagger, right, and keeping it real so important to certain members of our community? Do we have a twisted code of honor? Can we even have meaningful relationships, right, men and women, with each other if the community is bereft of respect, mutual respect? Ugh. Are our relationships doomed because we're so flawed in these areas? Get to us right now, 844-55-1. We'll be back at 2.2. Holla. Hey, this is Zoe Williams, and you're listening to The Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, The Voice of Reason, Hot Button Radio. You heard it. We in the building right now.
Yo.
We got a hell of a topic, man. You see Rita G. Hey, who's following me on Periscope? I got Rita G on right now. She on the show chilling with us. You know, Ashanti's little bi.
Hey, I am not bi. Hello.
You just
So
really,
because I like to touch boobs, I'm bi?
you're something. I don't even
What
know
about
what the name
guys
is.
on the field that smack ass? Are they bi?
Oh, okay. Listen, let me just do this way. Let me go over here to the engineer. You know what the look is, right? And execute. Engage. She's cut. So yeah, we back in here and we're talking about, you know, is it true or false? Do black couples, do black relationships, you know, because of all of the problems and issues that face our community, do we have the worst conflict resolution skills and thus the worst relationships? True or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. It's over.
I'm sorry.
You know, you sound really terrible when your mic is off. So you better respect your time when it's on.
All right.
We've got Hecka Activated on the line. We've got Red Panda Ashanti, who ain't never scared. She's more like Big Mike now.
Now you're doing too much with it. I didn't ask you to do all that.
But you did ask.
You just made it weird.
Yes. And the mic. Thank you, engineer. Back to what we're saying. Rita G is in the building with us right now. And we're really trying to drill down on this conversation. My question is, what are the top 3 things black people can do to turn it around? And I think it starts at a relational level. Like, we have to relate to each other better. We can't make demands on other races and other cultures to love black folk when black people really, you know, kind of disrespect each other. At least the other people who disrespect each other. Because let me just say this. I'm not one that's going to bang the drum and say, oh, it's 96% of all black on black crime in America. Well, it's 86% of white on white crime. I believe in every community, those motherfuckers is killing each other too. But my question is, at least some of those communities, where it's the Asian community, where it's the Caucasian community, where it's the Jewish community, they could be angry and mad and fighting and stealing from each other, but still have a sense of unity when it's time to come together. I think we lack that more than anything else. And if you look at our upper echelon of folk in our community, it always comes back to, Well, the white man laid down a plan on how to interact with him, and this is the best way to live a really good life if you just shut your mouth and follow this. So I'm saying, shit, Red Panda over there like, that's what I want to do. You see that look on her face, Periscope? Somebody follow me on Periscope right now and see how Ashanti's Steven looking at you. You know that nigga, don't you? You know that nigga there, don't you? Looking Ashanti is Steven. Somebody get to the phone lines right now, 844-55-1. We got callers. Who do we have on? Mr. Valentine from Chicago in the building. Speak on it, man. True or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. Do black intimacy, black relationships, do we have the worst conflict resolution skills? Speak on it.
We probably do, but, well, first of all, hello to everybody.
What's that?
Hey.
Hi.
All right. I got a question. Hello?
Yeah, you good? You there, brother? You good?
Okay. You know, how can you have a meaningful relationship if you ain't building shit? You ain't building.
Good question.
Okay, say more, nigga.
You know? So, you know, if you ain't got nothing, I mean, generational wealth and legacy not even on your mindset. You know, you just going from day to day. You living for one day after the next. So, I mean, what, you know, if you ain't got nothing, if you haven't established anything, you don't have any foundations, you have no institutions. So no wonder we act the way we do.
Can we consider, let me ask you this, Mr. Valentine. Can we consider HBCUs black institutions, or are they white institutions that are stewarded by black people?
Yeah, just like the NAACP.
Speak on it.
They're financed by a white patriarchal system.
Wow.
So, I mean, you know, so once again, I mean, we don't have anything. We don't have nothing. That's why our relationships are so bad.
See, the resources
black
are low.
women, for the most part, don't trust our leadership. You know, and for good reason. We don't build nothing. We don't build nothing. We have nothing. And in order to get out of this mess, we got to start doing some building.
Who agrees or disagrees with this brother right now? Somebody get to your phone line at 844-55-1. That's the number to dial. This is an ongoing open dialogue. True or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. It's just going to go all bad, right? I think it happens to every community, every culture. But I do believe that elixir of unity is in greater quantities in other ethnic groups. Thank you, Valentine, for the call. You brought Chicago in the building. If you want to bring your city into the building, please call us at 844-55-1. Rita G.
Well, I just think, you know, one interesting part of that question is that we can just look at how many of our children that we bring into the world are not even planned, you know.
Just busting off.
Whereas so many people, you know, plan, you know, other races probably tend to plan their families more so than.
So now we're poor family planners.
Well,
Jesus.
I'm just saying. I mean, what better way to not end up a single parent than, you know, at least starting out planning your family.
Right.
You know, we have so little.
We have no power over our reproductive organs. We're just driven by desire. Give me love and give me a baby so I can really love something. That's us.
Ouch.
We're bringing in children just through, you know, lust.
What you ouching about?
No, because that's painful. Making it seem as if we don't have control over our reproductive organs.
Well,
Hecka activated. Get to this conversation, Hecka. Don't hide. Come on in here. The incredible Hecka. I know.
I agree with the caller Valentine. You know, he's saying that we don't have anything, which is the reason why our relationships don't last. And I think I agree with that because I really don't know if most black people know, because they haven't had the opportunity to experience how much better it feels to wake up every morning. And that's between husband and wife, mother and daughters, mother, son, anybody. How much better it feels to have money in the bank, or to have some type of resources, or to have some type of something that you can utilize to make your life better on a daily basis. When you don't have that, shit is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And when shit is hard, people are stressed out. And when people are stressed out, they fight.
Wow.
Either they're going to fight or they're going to run into a corner and hide. For the most part, they fight. And when they're fighting, it just don't last. And I think that's the most of what happens in the black family. They don't have anything. It's hard struggling. It's hard.
Well, I think,
Rita G?
first of all, you can never have or attain or maintain those things if you don't first have the information and the principles of building. So if you have the information, whether you can have $1 million and lose it and then get it again and again and again. So the information is needed to be able to, so we're lacking in that starting out. We're not passing on, like you said, to your son, you're passing on your philosophies, your principles, and those are the things that are the true building blocks to attaining resources.
I got another son here. He in the studio right now. I be trying to raise this little dude. He crazy than a motherfucker. I'm talking about you, Chris.
Right.
Chris hard-headed than a motherfucker. But we got to raise him. It takes a village to raise Ice Cube Jr.
Yeah.
And monkeys.
And monkeys. Oh, God.
I'm not calling you a monkey. I'm just saying, like,
Too late,
for
you said it.
facts.
Yeah, we're going to go on record. The phone lines are heated right now. Who is that? Randy from Cincinnati? Line 3 up in here. Randy, speak on it, man. True or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. Yikes.
I don't think that's completely true, because I think the standard of our living is not always put to the standard of it is in the society. There's a whole lot of people who are together. They may not legally get married, but they've been together for years and years and years, and they just don't go on the record. But those people are together, and they may be in and out of relationships or whatever. But also, as far as the family being destroyed in our community, I think that we have a lot of very, very emotional people, and that needs to be checked. And I think that we talk too much about what we have going on in our household. And if we look at it as a broad spectrum, you got the system, so-called white man or whatever, his court system's like, oh yeah, you got a problem with him, you got a problem with her, come see us. And we'll be a bigger wedge in between you all, and there's no way to fix it after that. We have too much interest in a system created by people who never had us in their best interest at all.
Wow.
We use that to try to solve our problems, and it doesn't solve anything. That's where our problem is, I believe.
I just saw a clip, right? It was on Facebook, but it was one of those Ted Koppel kind of. I don't know who the white anchor. Okay, listen.
Sorry.
Cut
No,
all
we
these
should all be
motherfucking
able to-
lights off. Just cut them off. Daddy man don't like noise in his house. Now turn the mic back on. So I'm watching this news clip, right? And it's an interview with Mandela. And all of the bougie black aristocracy was there listening. But you can see the impotence and the judgment in them based off of what he was saying. There was some black man stood up and was talking about what black people need to do, and then started questioning Mandela about his allegiances and alliances.
Wow.
Like, and you're with Arafat and you're with Castro, and that dude said, let me explain something to you. Just because we down with America don't make their enemies our enemies. And then everybody stood up and was like, oh, shit. Yes, Mandela put the monkey slap down right there. And then he said, we fuck with them. Gaddafi, Arafat, the dude from Cuba, my man Castro, he said, we fuck with them because they get down with our struggle. And they not just getting down with our struggle with rhetoric. They're getting down with our struggle with resources. What black people you know today in America that call themselves the black aristocracy would stand up and align themselves with some people like that in order to bring new resources into our community? So if the head is dead, how can the body be led? I will rap. Stand up, nigga.
This
I
just
will
my
bust
shit.
rhymes on you.
Wow.
I'm just saying. We don't have anybody that'll go set up an alliance like that.
Every time we get one of them, they kill them.
Exactly. So what is that saying? Is that a bad thing to do? In order for, I want to bring new resources into the community. Let me go make this alliance with this person. Well, you're an American. That's treason. Right? Come on, guys. We have to put ourselves in harm's way, I believe.
Absolutely.
Harm's way meaning we have to create alliances and resources like that might be frowned upon.
Right.
I don't want to see no more black aristocrats holding up Mandela but refusing to do what Mandela was willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to speak on it?
I think with my generation, we give up too easily.
Yeah, there's some pussies.
Wow. We get told no something once or twice and we're just done with it.
Oh, really?
Not only are we done with it, it's like, fuck it. This is just a different generation. We're not pushing like the Malcolm X's and
It's
the
like a
Martin Luther
master
Kings.
class of quitters.
Or
It's different.
we're Malcolm X in our tweets.
Ooh.
But in life and when the test comes, we don't produce.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how do I promote my Periscope to get people to follow me on Periscope? What is the name of
And
Periscope?
you just keep with the camera. It's kind of weird.
Hey, listen, you're a panda. You're used to people observing you.
This is true.
Okay, so there we go.
So basically, you can promote it through your Twitter because that's how.
Okay,
everybody signs
Scary
up through
White,
your
take
Twitter.
some of the bass out your voice, nigga.
Right.
Shit.
He
Oh,
got
yeah,
real
'cause
sexy.
What you need,
That's that
That's how I
Derry
normally talk
Manilow.
when I'm
what
on
you
the
need to
radio.
do, brother.
I'm just saying.
You
it's
know,
kinda
tell
like,
folks.
What's up,
there are some
Chris?
ladies talking. There are some ladies listening. So.
You know what? Cut
Follow-
this nigga's mic
Follow
off.
me on
Just cut him off.
He mad or not?
Yeah. He's done. This nigga will never speak on this show again. Here we go. Jay Maurice from Georgia, line 4. You're in the building and we got somebody calling in right now. Let's go. Jay, speak to it.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up,
How
man?
you doing,
Hi,
Jay?
Jay.
What's going on, Zoe, Red Panda, Team Tabor, and Hecker? How you doing?
And Rita G.
Those
We have a guest. Rita G's here today.
I'm the bootleg Tabor today.
Ain't
No,
nothing
you're Rita
bootleg about
G,
you,
girl.
I'm the right complexion.
I'm so sorry. How you doing, Rita G?
I'm good,
And Hecker,
thanks.
with those beautiful lips of yours.
Yeah, somebody done.
Chime in on the. Hello?
Yeah,
We're
you there,
listening.
brother? Go ahead.
Okay, well, to chime in on the one shit go black, you're a single parent. I think the dynamic is we have to stop antagonizing one another. And rather than being confrontational, we ought to be more conversational.
You rapping too.
Converse, contrary to trying to hurt. Because hurt people, and when you cannot keep yourself from being angry all the time, if you can't shut up, because there's a saying that says even a fool is counted as wise when he can hold his peace. It may be a heated moment, but you will quickly be by yourself if you keep running that dick sucker. You have to learn to chastise yourself in order to keep me from telling you to keep shutting up. You ought to do it when you see it's not conducive to peace. It's just not conducive to the family. Let's stop being confrontational because we're not all bad. We've had bad done to us, and you want to compound that bad. We come home, we want peace, but you all up in roar about whatever it is that's got you at war within yourself, and you take it out on me. And therefore, what alpha is going to put up with that? Here, come over here and kiss me. Shut up, kiss me, and let's sit down and reason together. Not spar. Let's not spar. Let's love.
Man, I appreciate that.
Let me lick around your bone and taste your soul.
Hey, brother, you know what? You got a green card to call in here anytime. When you dropping the wisdom, spitting that fire like that, you can
even
call
respond.
in anytime. Yeah, of course you can't. Cut her mic off.
Hey, Zoe, I appreciate it. I want to say this. I've had the privilege of being amongst some very intellectual, intelligent people, and you guys are a group that are so profound in that realm. But you, Zoe, I want to chime in on. on your being, man. You have done so much for me from your intellect and your insight. Also, Veronica, peace to her, and wherever she is, she can get it to her. I'll suck around her bone too.
God.
Wow.
You guys are so profoundly, outstandingly, wonderfully intelligent. You are a needed vessel in all of our homes, man, whether they're children or adults. You're so profound in your genuineness, and you really have a heart that's led and leading into love and to build us up.
He's talking about
man.
Veronica, by the way, not you.
I think the Most High for you, man. If anybody else says anything contrary, they can eat a dick.
Word up.
I second that motion.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. That's what we're doing right now. Chris, where we at on time, man? Do we got to take a quick break? The phone lines is cracking right now. Listen, we want to get your opinion in. We want to get your perspective. We want to talk about it. Call us right now. You feel me? 844-55-1. True or false? Once you go black, by default, you're a single parent. Shit's over. Fuck. Gotta do this shit by myself. I should have known that nigga wasn't shit. Jesus. I should have known she wasn't. I knew she just looked like she was gonna take a nigga to child support. Fuck. What's up with conflict resolution in our community? What's up with relationship tool? What does the African American toolbox look like when it comes to relationship? The relationship toolbox in the African American community. What ideas and concepts and thoughts and beliefs are being passed around that are actually counterproductive to building a positive relationship construct? What old beliefs Big Mama Nim still holding on that you got right now that don't work, right? That's actually counterproductive. What beliefs?
There's one I could tell you off top.
Really? I can't set it up. Okay, but go ahead.
Go
Finish.
ahead.
Yeah, interrupt me.
No, because my grandma always said, if
Jesus,
the man...
let's know about your grandmother now.
Don't do my grandma like that either.
Speak on Mama.
Oh my God, we did call her Mama.
Mama.
Stop.
Yes, Mama.
So anyways,
Yes,
she always said that if the man ate the last of the food, he didn't really care about you. But there's been many a niggas that have like
loved
kind
you.
of gone toe to toe for the last, and I believe they loved me.
I love you, but you ain't getting this motherfucking hot
that's one
wing.
of them.
Do you understand?
That's real love.
Now, I love you. You know how good the last hot wing is? I'm just saying.
All the sauce.
Old beliefs, outdated beliefs. What does the black community's relationship toolbox look like? Do you know? Call us right now, 844-55-1. If you could add a tool that you think is missing from the African American community's relationship toolbox, what tool would that be? Some people say communication. We don't communicate. Some people say respect. What's missing? Hecka?
Well, I think at this moment, the black family's toolbox has too much Jesus.
Ooh.
And if I could add a tool that is missing, I would be inclined to say the spirituality, our own powers, our own sciences that were taken away from us. I mean, the black family stay in the church too much. We're in the church trying to get help with our families, our money, our health. I mean, you name it. They tricked us into giving up our real powers for a weaker power. And we don't know how to get rid of it.
Okay, so let me...
We're still waiting and waiting and waiting.
So Hecka just made a cake. Let me put some icing on it. Sometimes the church is beneficial. And I'll tell you in what way. When old-ass grandmama Annie Mae need her rent paid, the church is useful. When old-ass grandmama Annie Mae ain't got no food, the church is useful. Need the electric bill paid, church is useful. My thing is, do we have to do it under an oppressive dogma?
What do you mean by that?
The oppressive dogma. First off, there's not a religion, especially Abrahamic religions. Abrahamic would be Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, that teach some type of colorism. This motherfucker cursed because he turned black.
Right.
You understand? You understand? The Mormons, oh shit, the niggas that didn't join Jesus and his crew, them motherfuckers, because they didn't decide, was cursed to be niggas.
Right.
Right? The people who chose the good side became white and beautiful. So I'm saying, can we have an infrastructure like the church where they feed people, pay people's bills, house people, get people work without a doctrine, without a dogma?
I bet it won't get approved to be a 501c3. Though.
Hell motherfucking no.
Exactly.
You know how George Bush shut that up?
And that's why, they're doing it.
What is a 501c3? I'm sorry.
Non-profit. Okay, turn her mic on.
Oh, okay.
IRS status.
Just cuz. Okay, turn it back on.
I'm pretty sure there are other people that were curious as well,
What's a 501c3?
What's a 501c3?
I don't even know.
Can I say something about the 501c3? I have to disagree with that because I personally have a 501c3 and I'm not a church. I mean, and when I say I'm not a church, I think what I'm saying is I'm not a part of Christianity or Islam or any of that stuff. However, I feel like the church is just a gathering of a group of people. It doesn't necessarily have to have that particular dogma behind it. So my 501c3 does actually provide those very same things that you were just speaking of. So you don't have to not have a 501c3 in order to do that.
My cell phone is through Sprint. Could you get your 501c3 to... I'm sorry.
I legit thought you guys were talking about jeans.
Well, what we were saying is many of the 501c3 organizations exist because they want government funding.
Right.
And
that faith-based movement is real.
Yeah, it's a hustle.
They're gonna give you money if you align with a doctrine or a dogma that is in alignment with what the government wants to support and wants to allocate that money to.
It's like in the slave days when they allowed the slaves to have church on Sunday. One of the plantation owners would sit outside the church, and if that preacher preached anything other than 3 messages, which is obey your master, turn the other cheek, and it's going to get better and when you're dead and gone, he was beaten. Right. You know what I mean? So
it's a beautiful world when you're dead. I can't wait until I get that world after I die. Right. This world is bullshit. This is a sucky world. Wow. And you know what? It's all, I'm going to give my all so I can be right in the next one.
I like it here.
Nigga, I'm going to need a receipt for the shit I done did. I'm going to need a spiritual receipt.
It's okay to use our hands and feet and our energy to make their heaven on earth, while it's hell on earth for us.
Wow.
Are black and white men, black men and women, are they the world's most undateable? 844-55-1. I don't give a fuck about these tough ass questions. Listen, I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, the phone lines is on dope. We going to get to that uncut dope. Let's hear some good music, nigga. Voice of Reason. Hey, this is Zoe Williams, and you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio.
Oh, turn the music back
on. Hot Button Radio. Why is it called Hot Button?
Because it's hot. Sorry.
Cut her mic. Jesus.
My bad.
Because it's hot. Yes, that boy good. Second chocolate. Because it's hot.
Daughter of James Brown in this bitch. Okay. Anyway. No, man, it's an important topic tonight. We're having a good time. Rita G has joined us after being frisked by Red Panda, Ashanti.
She asked me.
She did not ask you.
She walked in. She was like, "Are you the girl?"
She introduced herself, and I was like, "Oh, I heard you wanted to play with my tits."
See, and then what was I supposed to do after that? Say no?
Yeah.
Look, the debauchery.
We'll have to do it with
right
the
in front of my
later.
Right. Did you hear that?
Right in front of my 15-year-old daughter. My daughter looked at me like,
"Sorry,
what foul evil are you amongst, Father?"
You're the one that didn't bring her a coloring book. You should have brought her a coloring book.
These evil hoes. I I do not know of their ways, Father. Is this how the birds grow?
Wow.
Yes, they grow into dragons, young daughter. Do not
But we
mimic
still
their
keep them.
ways. Look at her. She back there giggling.
She's so cute.
Oh, my baby boo. I'm scared, man. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
asked before we went on the break, are we undateable?
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm scared.
Wow.
I got a 15-year-old little baby bear over there. My 18-year-old's in
Who
college.
thinks
My
Chris
13-year-old's
Brown is
coming.
the epitome of
Right.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get her
That's her
turned
Man
up
Crush
now.
Monday.
Y'all better not say shit about Chris Brown. You understand?
No, but Chris Brown is kind of sexy.
But
Let's just be real.
look at her. She's like, right.
Now he definitely doesn't have conflict resolution skills,
Oh,
so I don't
God.
think you should be
Wow. Oh,
crushing on him.
she turned up. Look at her. She's trying to
Don't
hold
talk
it
about
together.
her man, girl.
You see
Her eyes started
Jesus.
rolling.
I'm about to turn this Periscope broadcast back on
Oh,
too, because
Lord.
I want. Hey, everybody's enjoying it, man. They on my. Hey, if you follow me on Twitter, follow me on Periscope. How do I do that, Chris? Give me a simple fucking answer. That's your job.
Sell me on Periscope.
Like I said.
Okay, cut his mic off.
No, don't
Just
cut
cut
my
him
mic off. I'm the producer's goddamn
No,
show.
he's not.
Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Dean,
Here goes a dick sword fight.
here we go. Hey,
Wow.
cut her mic off too, just on GP, just for random ignorance. Say it.
Just go on Twitter and say follow me on Periscope. That's all you got to do.
All right, now cut his mic off forever. Today's topic, right? It's a tough topic. True or false? Once you go black, by default, you're a single parent. Fuck. That's just a hurtful concept, right? Once you go black. Black people don't know how to hold families together. Who gonna argue that? Who can argue that black people know how to hold families together?
That we don't or that we do?
That we do. That's a tough question, right? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying there are any great.
It's rare.
I'm not saying there are any great families out there. What about this concept? What if you never got married? You cohabitated. You raised some kids, and they did really fucking well. And by the normal standard, because you weren't married or because you didn't do it through the church or the traditional way, you would be like, well, you know, God's not going to bless you because of blah, blah, blah. But what happens if everything works out and you didn't do it the traditional way? Is that a failed family? No. I think it's a lot of black families out there experiencing that life and not getting credit for it. Right? I think part of the problem is we keep wanting to be accepted
That narrative.
by the status quo, by the people who wrote that fucking narrative, by the people who said this is the right way to do it and any other way is evil and niggerish.
I think in relationships, I mean, just like many things in life, it's no right or wrong. It's just based on what type of understanding that you have.
Say more. Yes.
And only the two people in that relationship need to understand the understanding that they have.
How about it? A relationship is a group of ideas and concepts, hopefully original ideas. How about that? Just right there. How about that? How many recycled, beat up, dilapidated ass ideas you got playing for your relationship that you inherited from trauma, from mama, from daddy, from heartbreak, from breakups, and then you put this amalgamation of bullshit together as a relationship filter.
Yeah.
How many of you got an original idea working in your relationship right now?
It's hard to build original ideas because we're not surrounded by that. A lot of the women
If you
that
were surrounded by an
describing-
original idea, it wouldn't be original. Say
well,
more.
this is what I'm saying. A lot of the people that you just described, obviously they came from torn communities. Obviously they came from women that were also single mothers. So where they're supposed to get their inspiration from? TV?
Inside.
Yeah, but that, I mean, yes, ideally, but that's...
See, that's the problem right there. Ideally,
yes, but that's not common.
But you're saying something very powerful here. This is very powerful. Common wouldn't be original. Remember that.
That's true.
But you're saying something very powerful. You said ideally. And for most people, the next statement after ideally is, well, in the real world.
Yeah, that's true.
And so the most powerful aspect, which is your creative aspect, gets marginalized and pushed to the side as if it's not really real. It's ideal. Speak on it, Rita.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, get married and for example, I don't desire to be married with a state license type of marriage. I don't desire to have a kid and give it a birth certificate and a social security number, kind of a thing. For example, like when she was talking about the guy who had the woman that he was trying to say, hey, I might want to date other women. If a man approaches a woman and says, hey, if it's all right with you, I'd like to be married to you. I'd like you to be my girlfriend, but I may want to take another wife later. I may want to have a girlfriend or two later. Well, the beauty in that is that when you give a person the option to fuck with you on your terms or not, then that person now doesn't have any room to feel like you a lying motherfucker. They don't have any room to feel disrespected. They don't even have any room to feel angry about something they done already agreed to.
Right.
So that's what I mean about having just an understanding.
Hecka, your thought on it?
Well, I think the traditional marriage is a curse. I'm just, I don't know.
Say more. It's a curse?
The marriage license. Yeah, it's something about the marriage license. I know so many people that were together for long periods of time.
I thought it
I'm
was
talking like 10 years. 10 years. And the moment they go to get married, get the marriage license and all that, the relationship just fall apart. I mean, I think that certificate is a curse.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess I'm the only one that still wants to get married.
Once you're married.
Yeah, get your ass out of the goddamn Disney cartoon sections at the crib.
I'm running around in these streets looking crazy.
A marriage is not defined. There are ways to become married without using a state licensed marriage certificate.
Now, this is that new age bullshit you're talking about, Rita.
What is that? I haven't heard of that one.
You gonna get us put in the same category as Oprah as a devil worshiper. Now, this is that new age shit.
How dare you say that about Oprah?
No, I mean, you simply make up your own marriage contract, and then there's ways that you can,
Who gonna acknowledge that shit? When I'm sick, my wife ain't even gonna be able to get into the hospital because that ain't no real shit.
Yes, no, you make your own.
You're not even gonna let me learn about it. Can I at least see what it is?
One more time. You
have it.
One more time, and Daddy Man's face, he gonna turn off your mic.
You record it with the county, and do it that way. And there's ways to do it where it actually holds more weight than just a marriage. It's a legal and lawful marriage instead of just a lawful marriage.
We need somebody who's done this shit to call
So
in.
it's like so you no longer need prenups because you create the contract for your wedding.
Make
for
a
your
contract.
marriage. That is kind of
But see,
cool.
when you get it through
the
their license certificate, it's like now your marriage is a corporation, and because it's a corporation, the state is the third party or the primary party. And because of that, that means they now have ownership in the fruits of your marriage, which is your children. And that's what gives them the right, or that's what gives them the jurisdiction to now come in your home and take your kids if they don't like how you treat them, or if you don't give them vaccinations, or yada yada.
That's crazy.
I have a quick statement to make here. True or false? The problem with the black community is that it's a combination of women ignoring their intuition and an insatiable desire for light-eyed, ponytailed babies, miseducation, and the media. Or miseducation from the media. True or false?
It's like
844-55-1. You gonna keep talking?
Why can't you just let her be? It's Rita G.
I'm sorry.
Just let her be and speak.
I'm gonna whoop both of y'all. And I'm gonna enjoy
I like
it.
Rita. I want her to be my mommy girlfriend.
You want her to be your mommy?
Yes, dear.
My mommy girlfriend, though.
What kind of incestual?
She wants to
It's not
suckle
incest.
my...
Wow, look what she said.
This shit done. Okay.
All the guys in here are like sweating. It's
Fuck
hot
it.
in
Freaky
here.
Friday then. Damn. Okay.
Are we going to the phone line?
Chris can't stand himself right now. He's moist below the waist.
Oh my gosh, look at his hand down there.
What I was saying is, Zoe, I heard you say one time.
Hey.
Right, his daughter is here. You're just not cool. Let's just go to the phone
This
line.
nigga's a demon. When your little sister get here, I'm just gonna come in like Silly D. Williams, nigga. I'm gonna have I got 3 chest hairs, nigga. I'm gonna have them curled up. They gonna be out. I'm gonna have Coke 45, nigga.
Coke 45.
Yes, I'm gonna, hey, little girl, I heard you credit little sister, huh? You looking about right. You feel me? You want a little sip? I ain't got nothing. Go ahead.
Wow. Let's go to the phone lines because they are jamming. Again, that number to call is 844-55-1. Let's do line 5. Damien from Connecticut. Damien, are you there?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's happening, man?
Hi, Damien.
Hey, yeah, I mean, this is a great topic, great show so far. A lot of people said a couple of interesting things. My issue, and I think I agree with the first caller as far as the structure of, why women don't follow why black women in particular don't follow black men. And, we have nothing to show for. We have no structure, or lack of a better term, patriarchy. So they're more apt to follow, obviously, what the patriarchy that is in power is, which is white people. You see this reflected in shows like Scandal. Anyway, moving on. The problem is, as black people in this society, we still, for the fucking life of me, I don't understand. We still put all our eggs in an actual society that's done nothing but try to fucking execute us and berate us and belittle us. Even in the questions, as far as even in that little poll, I remember that poll: are black men and black women the most undateable? I mean, this is coming from the same system that fucking basically genetically warped us to fucking have slave niggas and people who were smarter so they could teach and mammy their fucking children and stuff like that. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I know you have your daughter in the studio, so
that's okay. She can't hear you.
We keep putting our trust in we keep modeling our lives after this fucking cesspool society, and then we wonder why we're shit. We're on the bottom of the barrel, and because I mean, you can't tell me, yeah, I agree with the first dude. Oh well, black men have nothing, but there's people that come from South Vietnam or Hmong people that come that have shit, and their women still follow them because there's a tradition. They know their history. They know their past. They have a plan in place that they're going to sacrifice for the next generation and the next generation. What we've been marketed is fucking YOLO and do this now and live the dream and do this shit. And we're trusting in that. Meanwhile, we're getting left behind. We're getting left behind by people that come over here with fucking scraps in their pockets. Meanwhile, we've been over here for hundreds of years. Wow. And I'm not saying that it's all our fault. I'm not saying that it's just the white man. No, it's everything. I mean, we've been genetically manipulated. We've been socioeconomically manipulated. We've been socially manipulated, and we've been. Let me just say this: manipulated because we fucking follow Christianity.
Let me say this too. Let me, my brother. Let me say this too. We've been negroically manipulated too, because there's a certain faction of Negroes in our community that is all too willing to do business with the oppressor at our expense.
We are the largest consumers.
And I'm going to say just one more thing. I'll let you move on with your panel. I'm sorry about this. Something that really pissed me the fuck off, and I know it's not the topic, but the situation with the slaughtering in South Carolina. You had these, and I feel for them, and I feel for their loss, but you have these black families portrayed in the media, broadcasters all over the fucking planet, forgiving this monster on camera, forgiving him for all of his sins. I looked at that video and I almost spit out what I was eating because it made me sick. Because you think to yourself, okay, this isn't even your religion. This isn't even your religion, but they set it up so beautifully that they could kill you. They could kill you indiscriminately, and all you have as a retort is forgiveness. But people can't even see the forest past the trees. They don't think about that. I mean, it's a beautiful setup. I teach you this. I take you from where you are. I teach you this religion. And guess what? The tenet of this religion is that you have to forgive me for whatever the fuck I do to you.
Obey your master, turn the other cheek.
That's the tenet of that shit.
Okay, but let me, hey, brother, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being so passionate and so, in depth with your information. But
on point.
Let's stop giving them credit for shit. Christianity was ours before it was European. Number one. The concept of forgiveness was ours before it was European. Just do the fucking history. Do the research. It was ours.
Teach us that in school.
And then what people do not understand is forgiveness ain't got shit to do with the motherfucker who committed the atrocity. It has to do with being able to release something so you don't continue to be poisoned by it. Look up quotes from Buddha. If you do your research about Buddha, originally a black man, right? He talks about how anger is like holding two hot rocks or a hot rock. You're looking to throw it at somebody, or forgiveness or unforgiveness is like holding two hot rocks. You're looking to throw it at somebody, but you forget you're getting burned too because you're holding on to it. Okay, so yeah, I understand what you're saying. The context of Christianity, as it has been filtered through the Western thought, has made us turn the cheek ass motherfuckers. We don't have a clear understanding of what forgiveness is about. First off, trauma is related to forgiveness. Forgiveness in the spiritual context is an evolutionary process that disconnects you from the limbic system of the brain, the reptilian portion of the brain, which is directly associated with anger, which is directly associated with revenge. As a human fucking being, you're going to have to learn how to overcome that shit. And guess how you learn how to overcome that? Getting hurt. And then learning how to get over it without the residue of revenge.
I'm scared.
Yeah, she's a panda. She's on a diet of fucking bamboo shoots. She should be scared. But the reality of it is that's what I'm trying to convey. I hear a lot of brothers in the neighborhoods and in the community talking about, man, I'm so fucking pissed off that these people forgave that guy, right? They forgave that guy, right? Yeah. Just understand, for a grieving family, do I want to hold on to this toxicity generation after generation? Do I want to become a vigilante? And now we black man instead of Batman. We have a reason to go out and fuck with people. We have a reason. Listen, can we use this death as the impetus for standing up and saying no motherfucking more? Yes, but forgiveness is essential to spiritual evolution. Now, I'm just putting it in a different context so you guys can understand a different context. Not that old swing low, we shall overcome shit, but a spiritual context. That forgiveness is absolutely needed in our community. And I say this all the fucking time. In our community, we are so bruised, battered and scarred, but hard, right? We so fucked up that we don't have enough room to be human with each other. Remember that old statement? To error is human. We can't even error within our own community because all this other shit I've been dealing with, I'll be damned if I'm gonna take it from you. You feel me? We need forgiveness. That shit is a spiritual cleanser, spiritual detoxification that disconnects you from your right to want to retaliate. And you're gonna need that. I promise you, you're gonna need that. In other aspects of your life, you're gonna need it. I'm not disagreeing with the brother. I'm saying we have to see forgiveness in a different, we've been taught forgiveness in one kind of construct, and we have to see it in a different context, right? Who else we got on the line? I didn't mean to go on a filibuster.
We have Miss Lips. She is, of course, bringing in Atlanta on line 1.
ATL, you brought ATL in the building. What's
Hi,
up,
Miss
baby?
Lips.
What's up, y'all?
Hi. I see you on
y'all
Twitter
hear
all
me?
the time.
That's Rita.
Okay, good. What's up, Rita G?
Hi. We go way back.
Doing?
Yeah.
Okay, like Cadillac.
She's lobbying to get me the role of Pam Grier's stunt double in the Richard Pryor movie.
You could do that.
That's right. I'm trying to make moves for our black people.
When I have my pro,
they keep on sleeping.
And she got
I'm
got
working
perfect.
on Zoe. I'm working on Zoe.
You working on me? What am I doing? What did I do?
I am. I'm trying to get you on the O Network, boo.
Oh, well, hey, well, you know, whatever
I'm trying to get you on the Zoe Network.
whatever spirit magic you putting down, make it happen.
Hey, I'm trying, you know. I just want to say, I love that you spoke about forgiveness. And I'm telling you, I don't think I would be on this earth today if I didn't forgive my father or my parents. You know, and I wasn't no bastard. I was planned, you know, every step of the way. My mother and my father were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they thought it was the right way. But again, we dealing with the government and how they kind of disrupt our black community. They have a big dent. They put a big dent in our community with the drugs. I lost a lot of my family from drug use. And, you know, then they turned around and put them on Social Security. And then they allowed them to take their drugs, and that brought them down even worse, you know. And it's just a complete sickness of the government. The government is sick. And what we need to do, we need to really get our whole, we need to really create our own union for our own people. And if we gotta, like I said, you know, I quit my job and I'm going rogue. You know, I'm trying to find places I can get off the grid. You know, I'm looking up free land because I know how to grow food. You know what I'm saying? If I can grow weed, I can grow food. You know what I'm saying? if I can draw blood, I can heal people. You know, I have so many gifts, and so many other people have gifts. We can do this. We don't believe in ourselves and our gifts. We are gifted people. That's why they're trying to take us out, because we have so much gift spiritually here, you know, on this earth and on the afterlife. We have so much gift. We have our ancestors that was like, do it, and we're not doing it. I think we're really being hard-headed to the spiritual world. Basically.
Man, Miss Lips, you know you always welcome to call into the show. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for reaching out. Who else we got on deck, Ashanti?
So Atlanta is in the building again with Mayweather on line 3.
Is this money? No, go ahead. What's up, Mayweather?
What's up, Abigail? How you doing, babe? I didn't know you was calling in today.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, how you doing? Speak to us.
Hey, what's up? Hey, I just want to say I'm a brand new listener. First found out about the show when you had the brother Tariq Nasheed, King Flex, on there about 2 years ago.
Word.
So I definitely been binge listening all your shows for the last week on Dash Radio, SoundCloud, scoping y'all out on Periscope, the whole nine. So I feel like y'all are my invisible brain trust.
You're a part of the family,
you know, on all these issues.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, so basically what I want to say is, you know, we just have to have a code of conduct within ourselves. You know, we have this huge want to put everybody on blast culture with each other.
Right,
you know?
right.
And other groups don't really ascribe to that, you know. And we have to stop searching for white validation. Like I believe Rita G said, you know, what this group does is not necessarily the best for everybody. So we have to stop chasing that, because, you know, cooning and bed winching and all that is not going to save you from getting shot, getting arrested, that layoff, or what have you. So we just need to turn the mirror on ourselves and look inward, and just be brutally honest.
Right.
You know, whether it's dealing with race or relationships, because you know, we have to kind of develop a us versus them dynamic with relationships, rather than, you know, black folks tend to have a me versus you. It's niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. Well, okay. I mean, that may be the case because I know, I mean, I'm down here in Atlanta. It's crazy out here. The tricking is real heavy. You know, you're competing with all the tricks, the athletes, the trappers, the down low niggas, the people that are married, people that got girlfriends. So before I even step to a woman, I kind of have to undo that and be like, hey, you know, I'm just a normal, honest, stand-up guy. I'm not with all that fuck shit before we can even get started. So, you know.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, that's real talk. Thank you for calling in today.
I appreciate it, man.
Me.
Thank you so much. Listen, this is what this show is about, man. I want y'all to reach out, give me your opinion on it. True or false? Once you go black, by default, you're a single parent. Do black people lack, right, the tools to really be in meaningful, you know, loving, purposeful relationships? Especially, man, listen, if you running around and every day is Halloween, meaning every day you got on a motherfucking mask, trying to live up to a societal template that wasn't created or authored by you as a people. Shit, when you go to Chinatown, at least they have on their own mask. It's China mask. It's China. It's how we get out. You go to the Jewish neighborhood, it's Jewish mask. This is how we get out. What does nigga mask look like?
Rachel Dolezal.
Rachel Dolezal, just up in here sharing the struggle for no reason. Just up in here sharing the struggle. I'm just saying, do we need new tools? Listen, chaos theory, look it up. Where there's life, life will make a fucking way, nigga. Jurassic Park, it's gonna make a way. We need new social authors. How do we birth those children? How do we bring those children in that's going to rewrite the social narrative? Right? The black aristocracy have had their say, which is go along, get along, keep your head low, get your grades good, get a good job, da, da, da. Nigga, they fucking with you too. Yeah. They on your neck too. At some point, in order to be extraordinary, in order to be powerful, in order to be ungoverned, in order to be unconditionally free, you must put yourself in the line. Fire.
Yeah.
We got callers. Who else we got? Let's go.
We got our boy Mike from DC on line 5.
Oh, hey, what's up, Pam?
What's happening, Pam? What up, Mike? What's happening, Pam?
I gotta say what's up to the guest, Rita G. I just want to say,
Mike.
It's Cat here.
It's Cat here. Thank you.
Might even be Frog here, nigga.
To answer your questions, I want to ask you a question. So I just want to think, do you think, like, in the black community, do you think, like, having a knowledge of self, because, like, in order to get where you want to go, you got to know where you've been. That should be on the forefront of black people, because if black folks, we don't see ourselves in institutions. We don't see ourselves in religion. In religion, we see a white Jesus. We don't see a horse, and like in education, we don't learn about Moors or nothing like that. All we know is Columbus discovered America and he's white. And relationships, the relationship concept is created by white men.
So let me hit you.
I said, do you think if we see ourselves in institutions, we might value it more?
Let me hit you upside the dome with this. First off, get to your phone lines, 844-55-1. We want to hear from you. We want to know your opinion. We're talking about the state of black relationships, what tools are missing in the black community in terms of building, meaningful, purposeful, enduring relationships. Let me hit you with this, Mike. Krishnamurti, my favorite philosopher, man. It's crazy. He said, all knowledge is a reflex of memory. The known by definition, knowledge, what is known by definition is the past. Mm-hmm. You know how fucked up it is to think that black people have to go live in the past in order to capitalize on the now. Fuck. Now, there are a lot of people living in the past. There are a lot of people who are connected to their culture. But they also understand that the only time that has ever existed is right now. The real meaning, the real gift of time is now. What you do now. And I've always said black people are so fucked up that we got to go back to the past, find out who we are, find out all the lies they said, and then come back to the now and get over it. Damn. But you understand? Yeah, you were great. Yes, you're the Moors. Yes, you ruled Spain for 800 years. Yes. You were the first Greeks. Yes. You were the Egyptians. Yes. You were the Assyrians, the Persians. Yes, you were the Indians, the Hindus. Yes, you're everybody. You're the seed of everything. Yep. Now what? Because right now is always waiting on you to capitalize on it. It is the only time that has ever existed. So the scientists or doctors will say, hey, man, if you're constantly focused and fretting about the future, you have anxiety. It's a type of false fear. Here's some Zoloft. If you're always fucking around, oh, I could have did this better. I could have did that better. 2 aspects of time that don't exist outside of your thought process. The only thing that exists is now. What the fuck we gonna do now? Well, if the white man hadn't, well, he did. So what you gonna do now? You gotta put yourself in harm's way. And I'm telling you, the aristocracy niggas will not do that. I'm living too good. This motherfucking rare pork I'm living on, this hog, how high I'm living right now is way too good to sacrifice any of this good fatback. Fuck you niggas. We will not relinquish this shit here. No, niggas. And as a matter of fact, how did you even know to contact me, nigga? I'm not the one to be talking to. I can't be seen with you, niggas.
You're such a wizard.
I'm just saying. Is that not who we fucking with right now today? Speak on it, man. We got more callers.
Is Mike still there?
Mike, is he there? Holla at me, Mike.
I just want to say, so I made a decision, man. I'm not gonna give my money into the church, man. This month, man. I'm gonna save my money up to buy your book, man.
Oh, that's so sweet. That slow fist bump is just really aggressive and annoying.
Hey, man.
Take it easy, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even thinking about that book, but I do need to promote it.
That is really sweet.
That's good looking. That's
July 1st, right?
July 1st. We're going to release the ebook first, right? So the Kindle version and all of that will be out first, July 1st. The relationship dismount, how to stick the landing when leaving a traumatic relationship. I'm telling you right now, though, you want to get the physical book.
It's a great book.
Man.
I'm blessed to be able to have read the book. It's a great book.
Yes, thank you. And as my stand-in PR person, she's doing an incredible job.
Thanks.
Yes, she's amazing. I'm telling you. And you never know. Anybody out there who's trying to get out there, Ashanti is a burgeoning, flowering.
Ooh, I like that
PR.
word, a burgeoning. That's nice.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Cut her
We're
mic off
feeling
while
nice.
I'm billing her. Shit, man. Now let's get back to what I was saying. You know, she's dope with that. Y'all should reach out to her, on Twitter, on Facebook, holler at her. But the book, IamZoeWilliams.com. Pre-order your copy now. Like I said, we're printing up the first batch, around 2,000 copies. And they're selling out right now. The pre-orders are rolling pretty consistently. So get yours before we run out of those. So, what'd you say, boy? What? You watch your motherfucking tone now, you understand?
Oh my gosh.
Take us to break now. We'll be back. Hot Button Radio, Voice of Reason. Hey, this is Zoe Williams, and you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio. Man, we back in the building. Why keep hashing these conversations, man? I know you. If you're just tuning in, I know everybody don't listen 2 hours straight, but if you're just tuning in, geez. True. Damn. Okay. True or false? Once you go black, you're a single parent. Why is this relevant? Do black people lack, the necessary relationship tools in their relationship toolbox to build healthy families, enduring families? Why are we having this conversation? Why is it relevant? Why does it mean anything? 3 hours ago, the United States ended. See, while we're worried about this bullshit. Who shot who? And he just random. I'm just gonna randomly walk into a church and shoot 9 people because I just felt like I hate them and racism. Da 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 da. While we fucking with the schisms and the isms and the distractions, President Barack Obama just signed the TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership, which effectively ends sovereignty. It's really a global corporation now. China, if you don't want to fucking buy our shit, we have the right now to sue you for lost future profits. Mexico, you not buying our shit? Well, we're going to sue you now. We can bypass your governmental sovereignty. Oh, by the way, the shooting happened the first time it failed in the Congress. Right? The first time it failed to pass, they had a vote going on when that shooting came. So it takes your mind off of what you really should be looking at. And look at us right now. Black women mad at black men. You should have stepped up. You never did. Black men. Bitch, you love the white man now. You follow his rules. And at the end of the day, disaggregate, broken, bereft of power, bereft of respect, love, honor, integrity, and total codependence on an evil system. Well, what the fuck you gonna do about it? But complain about each other. That's the only place you got power anyway. That's the only time you feel strong is when you tearing each other down. True or false?
So true.
Right? Once you go black, by default, you're a single parent. Ashanti, callers.
Let's go back to the phone lines. And that number again to call in is 844-55-1. Let's bring South Carolina into the building with Sherman on line 6.
Sherman.
Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Good.
What's
How
up,
are
man?
you?
Hey, Sherman.
I'm great, man. I'm great. I will say, Zoe, to answer your question about the topic, I will say it's true and false. It's true if you have people that don't value men that don't value their sperm and women that don't value their vagina. But I say it's false if you do have people that value themselves. And I think within our community, we have to start pushing families and the construct of family, whether it be, even if it's not traditional marriage, even if it's just people who are just coming together, living together, making a commitment to build families. Because I think it's impossible for us to build a community if our family structures are fucked up.
Right.
And I think the government knows how powerful a family can be. So they took all, the prison industrial complex and all the other things in our way to try to trip us up, to try to divide the family. So they know how powerful a family can be. And with all this racism talk going on right now, I would agree with you, though, that they're kind of like they're putting this, okay, look at racism while we pass GPP. You know what I'm saying? The same thing the Fed did back in, the early 1930s. Look at this while we come in and create the Federal Reserve Depository. So it's like, okay, look at this while we do some of the real shit over here.
Right. Man, I appreciate you, man, for sharing that information. This shit is hurtful.
I appreciate you guys for what y'all do.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for calling.
I mean, like I said, it's hurtful that we are in this position.
I think, part of the solution, like Farrakhan was saying the other day, is just that those of us among us, like yourself, Zoe, and many others of us, once you overcome and gain, your conflict resolution skills that you have and other stuff like that, it's up to us to pass on and give that wisdom to the younger ones. And that's just the name of the game. That's
right.
how we begin to change.
Right.
Thank you for calling in, Sherman. Let's go to line 3, Indianapolis, with Ronan.
Ronan. My
What's
brother.
up?
What's happening?
What's the reason, family?
Yes, sir.
And, it's good we had this conversation, but the thing is, the solution, I believe, is in many parts. We have to really be honest with ourselves and realize that remaining fragmented has become our fetish. And the fact that we love feeling this false sense of power, fighting amongst each other while the world is falling apart, is pretty fucked up. We become, socially superficial. We become intuitively ignorant. And when it comes to basically of ourselves and of each other, we become illiterate. You got people who hook up, wine cooler intuition, and they get mad because they have bastard children.
Right.
And they conceive the bastard within themselves. So it's all about replicating each other. But the thing is, once we understand that black love is not linear, it's all encompassing. And not to mention it's a revolutionary act. It's not for the weak of heart. So when you know of yourselves and each other, you don't have to worry about meeting someone else's standard because you become the standard together.
Wow.
So that's why I encourage, we sit there and really not just talk at each other, but talk to each other, through each other, and with each other. And then you'll discover what real power is. But until then, we're going to keep having this circle jerk again.
Exactly. Exactly. Man, Ronan, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Thanks. Listen, this is a lot of people were saying, Zoe, why did you write a relationship book? And I was like, because to me, relationships are the key to what's wrong with the society. A lot of people was like, no, man, you should write a book on religion. We need help breaking down the religious barrier. And I was like, yeah, okay, maybe that's the next one. But I know if we relate better, right, we are going to become better social engineers, cultural engineers, but we got to relate better. Like, I could write a book on religion, but it's going to get pushback. I can't even listen past that first thought. Fuck that. But if I teach you how to relate better, how to listen differently, then I can introduce that. As a matter of fact, the next book is Relationship is the World's Only Religion.
Wow. Yeah.
And what I'm gonna tell you, what I do is, it's already partly written. I take all of the world's religions and use different scriptural breakdowns and passages to show how they relate directly to relationship.
Wow.
It's already there. Like y'all think I'm on some bullshit. Like, this is a real thing. I know we come in and we crack jokes and we act silly or whatever, but it's a real situation. Listen, Hecka Activated. Give us your 35-second summarization and end it with, because we're up against the clock right now. End it with where they can find you, because y'all need to connect with Hecka for sure.
Okay, I think it's important to become more spiritually aware, because once you're aware, or when you're aware, it's hard to hold a grudge and to fight against one another. And I think that's the biggest problem that we have in the black community. We fight against each other way too much. And also, I want to say that there's no power like the power to maintain your heart in and through adversity. When we get that, I think we're much better off people. But find me at www.heckaactivated.com. Hecka is spelled Heka, activated just like it sounds.com.
Man, and Hecka is an incredible psychic medium. She does readings. A lot of people call in and ask for readings, but if you really want an in-depth reading, you got to call her, or you got to go to her website, HeckaActivated.com. Ashanti Ford.
Man, I guess the conclusion that we came to is that conflict resolution is one of our biggest issues. So I would just hope and pray that we could somehow filter through that and figure it out, because if there's no black love, there's no more black babies, and eventually we're going to kill off our own race.
Jesus.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Ashanti Ford Live, and keep subscribing to my YouTube's Girl on Fire Production.
I'll wait till you see her website when her hair catches on fire. That's going to be
dope. I know, Ashanti Ford Live. Don't give it away.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I kind of gave it away. Anyway, Rita G via Skin Science. Speak to us.
.com. That's my website for my natural skincare products.
Nice.
And my Twitter is The Real Rita G.
She said
Instagram
it right.
is Rita G Photography. And my website for my photography is ritagphotography.com. And it's
professional photographer. Her shit is sick.
Nice.
It has been a pleasure
headshots.
joining you guys today. We'll talk. And I agree with you, Zoe. I think that relating better will, gives you the savvy, gives you the finesse to be able to really control your circumstances instead of your circumstances controlling you.
Word. Listen, go to IamZoeWilliams.com. Pre-order your copy of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Leaving a Toxic Relationship. It is a breakup and makeup book simultaneously. Man, wait till you get to the chapter about forgiveness when we talk about the word kintsukuroi. Oh, it's philosophical, it's psychological, it's a workbook. I mean, it's a powerful work. IamZoeWilliams.com. Pre-order your copy right now. Listen, this has been the Voice of Reason on Hot Button Radio. This is what we do 3 times a week. You're going to see us again here on Friday when we cut up yet once again. I think Rita G going to still be in the building Friday, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're going to Periscope that whole show. We're going to do a Freaky Friday situation. It's going to be crazy. Listen, I'm Zoe Williams, Voice of Reason, Hot Button Radio, signing off. See you Friday. Deuces.